Did you know President's Day is a federal holiday celebrated on the third Monday of February in the United States? It's a day dedicated to honoring all the individuals who served as presidents of the United States, but did you also know that it's commonly known as President's Day or other variations of the name? Although officially called Washington's birthday, most people celebrate all U.S. presidents on this day. It's an official state holiday in most states and may celebrate either Washington alone or a combination of U.S. presidents, such as Washington and Abraham Lincoln. George Washington, the first U.S. president and one of the country's founding fathers, was born on February 22, 1732. His birthday was celebrated on that date from 1879 until 1970. In 1968, to give federal employees a 3-day weekend, the Uniform Monday Holiday Act moved the celebration to the third Monday in February. The day soon became known as President's Day, and it provided an occasion to remember all the U.S. presidents or to honor any single president of choice. Since many states and cities followed suit, some states that had previously celebrated Lincoln's birthday on February 12th combined it with President's Day. Abraham Lincoln served as the 16th president and led the nation through the American Civil War, preserved the Union, abolished slavery, bolstered the federal government, and modernized the U.S. economy. George Washington, the first president of the United States, was born on February 11, 1731, Old Style. He was born at his parents' Pope's Creek estate near Colonial Beach in Westmoreland County, Virginia, now known as the George Washington Birthplace National Monument. At the time, the British Empire, including its North American possessions, used the Julian calendar, 11 days behind the modern Gregorian calendar used by Catholic countries. Moreover, the British Civil Year began on March 25th, not January 1st, and hence dates in February, like Washington's birthday, belonged to the preceding year. Dual dating, you see. In 1752, the British Empire switched to the Gregorian calendar, so Americans born before 1752, including Washington, have typically had their birthdays recognized according to the Gregorian calendar, New Style dates. As February 11th, 1731, on the Julian calendar was February 22, 1732. On the Gregorian calendar, Washington changed his birth date to February 22, 1732, to match the new calendar. Federal holiday honoring George Washington was established in 1879 by an act of Congress. At first, it was only celebrated by government offices in Washington, but it was expanded in 1885 to include all federal offices. Originally, it was celebrated on February 22nd, Washington's birthday, under the Gregorian calendar. However, in 1971, the Uniform Monday Holiday Act shifted the federal holiday to the third Monday in February. This means the holiday never falls on Washington's birthday, February 22nd. The holiday was initially established to honor George Washington, but the idea of a President's Day was proposed in 1951 to honor the office of the presidency. The original proposal was to celebrate the holiday on March 4th, the Inauguration Day. However, the idea stalled in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Despite this, some states issued proclamations declaring March 4th President's Day. Interestingly, the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, signed into law on June 28, 1968, kept the name Washington's birthday. Still, there was an early proposal to rename the holiday President's Day to honor the birthdays of both Washington and Lincoln. By the mid-1980s, the term President's Day began to appear in public, thanks to advertising. In Alexandria, Virginia, Washington's adopted hometown, they celebrate throughout February. One of the traditional foods associated with the holiday is cherry pie, based on the legend of Washington as a youth chopping down a cherry tree. Back in the day, corporate businesses used to close on this day, just like on Memorial Day or Christmas Day. However, since the day was moved to the third Monday, most businesses remain open and offer sales and promotions. Federal and state government services, such as the U.S. Postal Service, state departments of motor vehicles, and federal and state courts usually close. Different universities and colleges have varying class schedules, so it's best to check with your school. Public elementary and secondary schools usually close too, but some school districts, like New York City, may close for an entire week as a midwinter recess. This holiday also pays tribute to the general who created the first military badge of merit for the common soldier. On Washington's 200th birthday in 1932, The Purple Heart Medal, which bears Washington's image, was revived and now awarded to soldiers injured in battle. Many communities across the United States celebrate George Washington's birthday enthusiastically. For example, Laredo, Texas, and Alexandria, Virginia, host month-long tributes to this great leader. The latter even holds the country's largest and longest-running George Washington Birthday Parade. Eustis, Florida, has been holding an annual George Fest celebration since 1902, while Denver, Colorado, has a society dedicated to commemorating the day. Suppose you happen to be in Virginia on the holiday. In that case, you can visit the George Washington Birthplace National Monument or Mount Vernon to enjoy birthday festivities, lasting throughout the holiday weekend until February 22nd. Did you know that since 1862, the United States Senate has been reading George Washington's farewell address on his birthday, as requested by citizens during the Civil War? If you're a basketball fan, you might be interested to know that the National Basketball Association holds its annual All-Star festivities during the holiday weekend. However, no games are played on the holiday, and the season resumes the following Thursday. Finally, many car racing enthusiasts look forward to the traditional Daytona 500 NASCAR race, which takes place the day before President's Day. Although inclement weather has caused the race to be cut short or postponed in the past, let's hope the 2024 edition goes smoothly.